Hello, everyone. And this always happens just as I press record on the old button to make everything happen. A siren goes off because somebody needs to either get to hospital quickly or be arrested. One or the other.
The city's constantly in a state of emergency.
Is it? Right.
Yeah.
Today's guest is the wonderful Clara Lars. And where are you coming from, Clara?
Oh my gosh, the siren. I am currently actually in my dorm building in New York.
Wow.
But yeah, so I live in New York, but I'm from LA originally.
Right. Okay. And you say dorm, so you're at university, is that right?
I am. I'm at NYU.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nice. Okay. I used to deal with North American universities.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I used to do solutions for North American universities. Had to fly over there occasionally to go and talk to them, which was rather nice. But
Yeah.
so that's great. And what are you studying there?
I'm studying recorded music. It's
Of
really
course
cool.
you
Yes.
are.
They have a program called Clive Davis, which is really cool. So it's in Brooklyn, actually, so it's a little bit of a commute, but yeah.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Clara makes great music, and we're going to find out all about what Clara's up to when she's not studying straight after this.
Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop.
Clara, thank you so much for joining me. Now, I have to start by saying I tend to find a lot of artists. There's two ways: either record companies or management or PR companies contact me and they say, "How about this artist?" And then I say, "Send me their stuff," and I listen to it and I either go yay or nay, because sometimes I try and listen to everything that people send through, but sometimes just don't feel it. Well, it really quite is my thing, but quite open-minded with music. And then other times, like you, I find you on the old Instagram and I listen and I go, oh, that's a bit different. I like that. That's really good. And yours was one of those. So thank you very much for coming on to talk to me today, because for me, like, I just felt like you could be the next Lana Del Rey.
I appreciate that so much, and thank you so much for having me. Genuinely, I was very happy when you asked me.
It's an absolute pleasure, because you have got something there in your sound, because there's something about your sound that's like it's old, but it's so new. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how are you coming to this sound that you're making?
Well, I think it really took me a while to kind of like find like my sound, I guess. And I think it's still changing like as my music develops and everything. But I mean, I started mostly just piano and singing when I was like 8, 9 years old, and
Wow.
I definitely didn't have a sound at that time. I was just like making random melodies and stuff. But I think that I really started to find my sound when I was around like 13. And that was around when COVID happened. And I kind of dedicated like my freshman year of the lockdown to learning Ableton. And like, because I would hear all of these sounds like in my head of how I wanted my music to sound, but I could never execute it properly. And so I kind of spent a lot of time literally just on YouTube, like teaching myself Ableton.
Right. Let's
Because
stop there. Because just for anybody that's out there that's listening that isn't into music tech, right?
yes.
Because there may be a few. Explain to people what Ableton is.
Yes, sorry. Okay, so Ableton
Right.
is a music production software. It's called like a digital audio workstation, but basically you can produce music on it. So it's like Logic, if anyone knows what that is, or like it's like a better version of GarageBand. Everyone knows GarageBand. So it's like a much better version of GarageBand, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can make sounds, program sounds in. I'm actually gonna be taking a class next semester in creating sounds in Ableton, and then another
Wow.
class in performing with Ableton. So I'm super excited for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you start producing a sound? Right. And let's just explain that to people as well. So these days, right? Well, I'll tell you a story first.
Okay.
Back in the day when we used to want to produce a sound, we literally recorded it, right? We would go out with a mic and record stuff. Like, I remember reading in a magazine when I was really young. There was a magazine called Electronic Sounds, and it talked about these two guys, and they went up. One of them went up to the top of a big multi-story building in America and dropped a watermelon off, and the other one stood at the bottom waiting for it to explode, and then recorded the sound of it. That's what we
Oh,
did back in the
yeah,
day to get us something different. You actually
definitely.
you did
Yeah.
it like that, right? But people don't need to do that these days. Fortunately, it's probably a lot safer. So how do you start when, if you've got an idea in your head for like a sound that's like
Yeah.
whatever, how do you start putting that together?
Well, okay, well, a lot of times, like, I'll literally just be scrolling through the sound selection on Ableton until I just find one that, like, sounds like what I'm kind of envisioning. Or I'll literally just, like, get inspiration from a sound that I hear. Like, sometimes one of my songs, Hero, actually, I Hero was inspired by a sound that I found on Ableton, and I was like, "Ooh, wait, like, this could be a cool song." But I mean, if I'm like wanting to actually program a sound, like there's definitely like tools in Ableton where you can just like put like a sine wave or something in and move it
Yeah,
around and add effects and kind of just keep adding things until it sounds like you want it to.
you can get lost in that world. It's a
Yeah.
it's a lovely place to
It
get
never
lost.
ends. It's great. Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. We used to have keyboards as well that we could borrow from school, and they also had like patch cables. You can still buy them. So you could make sounds by like literally moving cables from one hole to another, and that would change like the waves and eyes.
Yeah.
It's great. I love a kind of mixture of digital and things like that. What's the most base technology you've ever written a song on? Have you talked about GarageBand? Have you ever written a song on your phone in GarageBand or?
Yeah, I mean, I started on GarageBand when I was like 10, I think, yeah, when I was like 10, 11.
Wow. Yeah.
And that was like my first kind of introduction to music production, I guess.
Yeah.
I used to like make little like beats on my iPad, even like when I was like on the plane and stuff. Um, and yeah, then from there I kind of stopped using it for like a year, and then COVID, I downloaded Ableton.
In terms of your voice, because you've got a great voice, absolutely brilliant, right? Um, when you say like you're getting to it took you a bit while to find your voice or whatever. Did you find that you did all of the things that a lot of people do when you were younger, like try to impersonate other people, etc., and like try and sing like other people? And how did you find your own voice? How did that process come about?
It took me a really long time. I definitely used to like kind of want to sound like other people. Like I remember when I was like 12 or 13, I think. That was like kind of when I really started songwriting and, you know, trying to find my sound. And I was doing it so consistently at the time, and I remember that I was a big Grace Vanderwall fan, and I like literally started to sound exactly like her. And like people would like comment on it and be like, "Oh, you sound like exactly like this girl. Like you're singing with like the," because she used to do like the like singing like in like cursive thing or whatever when she was younger, and I used to do that. Like I used to literally sing in cursive to try to like replicate her. And I don't know. I just like stopped, I guess. I just randomly stopped doing that. And then I did like musical theater for a while. So I
Oh,
started
right.
to like, try and replicate like a music theater voice, but I didn't like doing that. And I think that when I just stopped like forcing things, like when I really just kind of sat down and started to make the music that I was hearing in my head and start to really like hone in on Ableton and hone in on like what I wanted to my music to sound like. I think that that's like my voice came with that. Like it took me kind of figuring out the musical end of it first for my voice, cuz like when I stopped forcing my voice, I just kind of, I don't know. Like I can't imagine singing any other way now.
Love
So,
it. Love
yeah.
it. You love your visuals as well, which I think is important for young artists these days, etc. So are you really conscious that when you put a piece of music out there, you want to tell a story in visuals at the same time because people need that? Or, I mean, do you enjoy that process?
I do. I've definitely had to learn more about it though, like as the years have gone on, cuz yeah, I don't know. I've never really like envisioned exactly what I wanted to visually go along with a song. Like it took kind of like talking to people and figuring that out. But one day I do want to like produce or like completely direct my own like music video or something like that. Like I think that could be so cool.
So,
But yeah,
gaining those skills.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
But
brilliant.
yeah.
No, fantastic. What's your big ambition?
It's a good question. I mean, I want my music to be like heard by as many people as possible. I think, and I think that like I want people to connect with it in the same way that I connect with it when I make it. Like I think that's such a special thing, and I think it's so special when you can hear a song and like truly like connect with it. And I think that there's definitely songs that I feel that way when I hear them, and I want to have people feel that when they hear my music. And so I want to reach enough people that have that feeling. That was like a weird way of answering the
No,
question.
no, no, not at all. Now, listen, I'm nosy. I know other people watching this will be nosy as well. Who's that in the photo behind you?
In that photo,
Yeah,
that's my roommate's poster. I think it's
right.
Naomi. It's my Naomi Campbell and I think that's Kate Moss. I
Kate,
think.
Kate Moss and
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell. Of course it is. Of
Yeah.
course it is. Yeah. Are you sharing with someone that's into music as well? Or how does that work? Because, like, if you're into music, you're singing all the time. You must sing while you're in your room and whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky because I grew up in okay, well, my backstory is like interesting. I grew up in Brooklyn, moved to
Yeah.
LA when I was 10, but my parents still like are basically based in the East Coast and my dad still works out of the East Coast. And so we have an apartment still in Brooklyn even though we like relocated to LA. And so when I do music stuff, and also all of my classes are in Brooklyn. So I don't do any music stuff in Manhattan. I have like a little keyboard here. Like I'll literally show you. I have a little MIDI keyboard. And
Oh,
if I
yeah.
need
I've
to
got one
do,
of those.
yes, and if I need to do like an assignment or something that's music production related, because my major is like not only performance, it's also like the technical end of music production that I can just do with headphones on. And so
Yeah.
those assignments I'll do here with the keyboard. But then for stuff that's like actually singing or practicing, I'm in Brooklyn pretty much every day. So whether it's in
Right.
the studios at like my program, because they have like studios and stuff, and so I can practice there or in their practice rooms. And then sometimes I will literally just go back to like the apartment, my parents' apartment, and just like make content there because I have to make content, and it's so like embarrassing doing it in front of my roommate.
Listen, what's
So
your favorite song about those areas that you inhabit? What's your someone else's song? Do you have a favorite song about Brooklyn, or where you are now?
I love Lana Del Rey's Brooklyn Baby. That's like probably one of my favorite songs. I love the band Beach House. They're probably my favorite band, honestly. I like pretty much all of their songs. I love their song Majorette. That's like one of my favorite just songs to like listen to when I'm like walking around. I don't know. Those are honestly probably my two favorite songs at the moment, at least.
That's cool.
I
love a song. I'm always going on about this band because they are great British band, right? But I love a song about Manhattan called "Hey Manhattan" by Prefab Sprout. Have you ever heard that?
I haven't.
Oh, you need to afterwards go and it's just, for me, it's just like summer just starting. It's got that feel of summer just starting, and like someone walking through Manhattan. It's just, it's
I'll check it out. It's called Hey Manhattan.
Hey Manhattan. Yeah, I'll send you the link afterwards. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we can catch up on that. Yeah. In terms of like what you're writing about, tell us a little bit about that. What inspires you to write?
Like difficult situations.
It's always that, isn't it?
It's always that. I mean, I so badly want to write a happy song just about like great things that happen, but I really can't. Like,
have you never been happy, Clara? Have you? I mean,
no, I just can't write songs about when I am happy. Like, right. I don't know. I think that either like weird experiences that I have, or like hard experiences, or honestly, but sometimes I also write about like regrets that I have, but like looking at it from like a kind of like fun way. Like, oh, I regret this, but like it was also kind of fun type of thing. Like, I don't know. I like to just write like weird stuff. Like, I think that that's so fun for me.
Do you feel like you're always set in that? I mean, I feel like a lot of people find it easier to write about negative stuff in their life rather than positive stuff. Maybe it's really, really hard to write a really good positive song. It can sound cheesy, right?
Yeah.
Really, really cheesy. But I mean, do you need that? Do you need to? Is it cathartic for you when you write this stuff? Do you feel like you've got over it once you've written it?
Honestly, yeah. And a lot of times when I write, honestly, most times when I write, I don't even know what I'm writing about until I'm kind of like partially through the song. And that's
okay, so it's like a stream of consciousness.
Subconscious way of working through it. And then I'm often able to like look back on it and be like, oh my God, that's about like this thing that's going on in my life. Like, I often have to connect what I write about like after it's already written to what I'm actually going through. But there's always a connection, and there's always like something where I'm like, oh, like that checks out. That makes sense.
But listen, you're now beginning to grow quite a decent sized community online, etc. Right? Which means more people are hearing this stuff, right? Yeah. So you must have had the experience where something that you've written about, right? Somebody has heard that and gone, "Hey, wait a minute, is that me? Am I part of this? Have you had that experience?"
Yes, yes. It's been, oh my gosh, yes.
Hard?
It's funny. It's a bit annoying.
Annoying in what way? In what way?
I don't know. I remember like I used to write a lot of songs about like ex relationships. And I would get like text messages like after I would release songs of like, is this about so-and-so? Is this about so-and-so? And like one time the person like literally reached out to me and like, are you writing about me? And I'm like, no. Maybe.
Is it mainly girlfriends that write to you? Are you mainly like getting?
It was girlfriends.
Right.
But
right. And they're like, is that or is that? You know.
Yeah, no, it was like
Oh,
it was
okay.
my newest song actually was like kind of just a song about taking your power back, and like I actually didn't even write it. Like I mean, okay, it was inspired by a situation, but it was a situation that happened like a very long time ago, and I kind of had like a more recent like falling out with somebody, I guess, but it wasn't like negative at all. Like
And
I have no
they put the two and two
yeah,
together
I've
and
no
made five. Oh,
towards the person, but I got someone reaching out to me, like my friend actually. She was like, people are asking like, is this about like? And I'm like, no, like it's actually not about that. Like I wrote this song years ago. Like, please tell them like, like there are no hard feelings. Like,
oh,
and
man,
yeah, no, it's really funny though.
it's tough when you put yourself out there. It's tough, isn't
Yeah.
it? It is. It's tough when you put yourself out there. Now, listen, here's one for you. Pick one line from one of your songs, right? Which means you've got to remember the lyrics. I know that would be hard for me, but I'm sure you're a pro and that you can do it. One line from one of your songs, and you're going to put it on a T-shirt, right? It's going to be merch for people out there, right? What line are you picking from a song to put on a
Oh,
T-shirt?
that's such a good question. Okay. And he tells me that I'm crazy, so I tell him he's a joke.
Yes!
That
What a
was
line!
that was from
Boom!
that was from This Time. It was my newest song, and it was like it was like a I yelled it at the end and I added it in last minute, and I was like, this is so funny. I have to put this in the song.
Do you know what? You got to do that now, right? So
Yeah.
you got to get the T-shirts made. You put the first part of that on the front, and then the second part on the back. So it's almost like you're walking into the conversation, then walking away from it.
Wait, you might be onto something.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Into the conversation, out of the conversation. That's where it's all about.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You've mentioned already Beach House. You said Beach House, didn't you, as a band?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But I get you a support slot tomorrow with anyone on the planet. Who are you doing it with?
Wait, like a
Anybody
okay.
in the world, right? I'm phoning them up. It could be, it could be like I'm phoning Chris Martin, or I'm phoning, whoever it is, right? I'm phoning anybody that's out there on the planet at the moment, and I'm saying, right, Clara's coming on your tour tomorrow, support slot. Who is that? Who am I phoning?
Oh my god, that's such a good question. Oh my, I don't know. Honestly,
Think about who you think you could vibe with, or you'd
no,
enjoy the
that's what
vibe.
I'm trying to think. That's what I'm like.
Yeah. Or like you could get up and you could do a song with as part of your set, and they come on and, you all do it together, because that's like cool, isn't it, when that happens?
Yeah. Honestly, I keep thinking Lana Del Rey. Like that would be such
Yeah.
a dream to me. I
Yeah.
have to say Lana. I have to say Lana.
Like
Yeah.
when, that scene when like Lana Del Rey and Billie Eilish sat together on like that swing, and they did, or like
Yes.
a balcony thing, and they did like, and Ocean
Yes,
Eyes, and
literally. Oh my god, that's the dream.
yeah.
That's the dream.
What song would you like to do together with Lana?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
one of her songs. One of her songs. I would say like, ooh, honestly, Norman Rockwell.
Oh, what? I love that album.
Like yeah, such a good album.
Really good
The
album.
title track, like, just it's so good. It's so good. I would do that with her. Like, and we would eat it up. It would be great.
Right. So I'm just writing this down, you see, so that when we put this out there, we're going to tag her in and just say,
Yeah.
right. Oh,
No,
God, yeah.
no, honestly, just being in her presence, like even just speaking to her, like I think that I would just feel so complete as a person. Like she's such an inspiration to me. Like musically, like everything wise.
Is it because, and I do feel like there is that element where you are similar, is that what you're doing is pop. It sits into that, but it's not pop, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a deeper element to it, which transcends like kind of the everyday pop. Yeah, there's a I suppose a darker element. You know, there's a little bit more mystique there in both
Yeah.
in the voice and the production, which just makes it like a little bit maybe harder for some people to get into it immediately, but once you're there, you're there. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
I
brilliant.
appreciate that.
Now here's another thing. So if you could play with like any particular sort of instrument, or have a slightly different sound coming into your music that you haven't had access to at the moment, whether it's like an orchestra, so strings, or but a proper orchestra, or maybe, you know, a virtuoso violin player, or you know, sax, or anything like that, what would you bring in if you had access to that?
That's such a good question. Um, honestly, like a cello.
A cello, nice
Yeah,
instrument,
I've been like,
lovely instrument.
yeah, or just like a deep, like, yeah, honestly, a cello.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
cello to me, I'll tell you what a cello is to me. A cello sounds like, but excuse like the kids coming home from school and whatever. If you can hear them in the background, you know, this is raw live stuff, folks. So, you know, we have sirens and we have children. It's just one of those things. But cello to me, it's like a voice, isn't it? It's like a deep voice coming through
Yeah,
underneath. Yeah. No, that makes an awful lot of sense to me. Yeah. What haven't you written about yet that you want to write about?
that's a good question. It's a really good question. I guess just like, I don't know. Like I feel like I need to write more like positive, like like I really want to write like a fun, like positive, uplifting song just to experience writing that kind of song. Like honestly, a lot of what like Addison Rae did in her in her newest like album, I think that some of those songs like Money is Everything type of song, just carefree.
I've got an idea for you. Another
What?
one. Right. Well, it's coming up that time of year, isn't it? If you think about it, right? Positive. It's got to be positive. You know, do it in your style, but add a little bit of positivity to it. Christmas.
Okay, I've been told by so many people that I need to write a Christmas song, but I feel like
Without it being
I
cheesy.
know
We
I
don't
would
want a cheesy song, right? We don't
no,
want
I would
like
write a depressing Christmas song. That's my
oh,
issue. I would really
no, but why don't you try it, right? Because
yeah.
here's my feeling on this, right? I think sometimes people that try and write a depressive Christmas song, they start with that intention, but once they bring like those little elements of sleigh bells in and whatever, or like that kind of Christmassy production, it suddenly becomes not so depressive, and it and maybe sounds a bit more joyful. And then what you've got is kind of a joyful but yet depressive song, and it's great. And
Yeah.
that is a seller right there. Think about it. Think about
Yeah, that's true.
all those great Christmas things like Last Christmas, right, by Wham, right? It's actually about a breakup, isn't it? It's awful, right?
Yeah. But
You
then like
know,
add in the jingle bells and it's like all okay.
it's all there. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know, I just feel like a lot of great Christmas songs are actually, I mean, even like Christmas songs that aren't Christmas songs, like Stay Another Day, right? They basically, I mean, that's all about again, it's like telling someone to stay and don't end this relationship, but somehow it's anthemic. It's
Yeah.
like it's worth a go, you know. Maybe just try and write
Honestly, I will. You've inspired me.
that Christmas song, and then just add some Christmas elements to it, and then you might be surprised that you've actually got a joyous song, but actually it's quite miserable underneath, and that's perfect.
No, I'll give it my best go. I'll report back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Folks, if you get to hear like Clara Lars Christmas song, probably out next year, by the time like that, that all of the post-production and everything's done, then it all started here. And if you get it to number 1, there you go. Do it. I'll tell you what you do is you do it for charity, right? That's what we do in the UK. We release a Christmas song, we do it for charity, it goes to number 1. You can quite often get a celebrity involved. Lana Del Rey, there you go. Lana Del Rey, Christmas song, number 1 next year. Fantastic.
I like the way you think.
Couldn't get better than that.
This is great. Yeah.
Couldn't get better than that. How much longer have you got left on your course there at university?
I'm a sophomore, so I have.
I love that word. Because we don't use that. We use graduate and undergraduate.
Well, I'm second year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have 2 more years left, or 2.5, I guess, because I have this upcoming semester.
Yeah. What has anyone ever done? Here's a question for you. Has anyone ever done sophomore, right? Sounds a bit like sophomore, right? So has anyone done a sophomore album? I don't know. I just feel like that could be a thing as well.
Maybe I'd be the first.
You could do, you could do that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Are other people in your course, etc., releasing music as well? Are you collaborating with any of those?
Yeah. So most people in my program, it's like a 60-person per grade program, and like most people, I would say like 90% are artists. And so it's super fun just collaborating with people, and like some people are more like production focused, some people are more kind of singer-songwriter focused. And so yeah, I've gotten to collaborate with like all ranges of people, and I've been doing it more this year, which has been really fun.
It's great to know there's so many more artists coming out into the world. We need more artists, and we need more governments to put more money into it.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop spending the money on that other stuff and spend it on the arts. Honestly,
yeah. I'm probably going to release one of a couple of the collaborations that I do. I mean, it's not going to be anytime super soon, but hopefully sometime like later next year, because it's been really fun, and I've been really liking what we've been making. So yeah.
Before you go, let's promote what you've got out at the moment so that we can get people to go and listen to it. What we will be doing, of course, Clara, is that when this goes out on things like the Spotify, is that I'll embed your music straight underneath it. So literally, I keep saying this, but folks, if you're listening to this on Spotify, from there to there, that's all your finger needs to do to actually play Clara's music in Spotify. And then when you've done that, add it to a playlist, stop off at the Instagram and everything else, say hello, tell Clara how brilliant she is, and the world will be a better place. That's the plug over. So yeah, what's the latest song that's out? Tell everybody.
Yes, go stream This Time by Clara Lars. It's my latest single. And I may or may not have a project that is coming soon, very early next year. So
you have, actually. I mean, you have.
Yes. So keep an eye out for that. Cool. Yeah.
And keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen, as well, for Clara and her Christmas single with Lana Del Rey when that happens,
Yes.
and the T-shirt, which
Oh,
at
yes.
some point
No,
she
it's
will.
honestly, I might actually get on the T-shirt.
I think
I
you have
feel like that
to.
has to happen.
I think so. And
I would wear that.
yeah, exactly, folks. If you're listening and you would, you like Clara and you listen to her music and you'd like that T-shirt, pre-order it by basically saying yes, I'd like to have that, and she'll tell you how much it is when she's got some prices together, and then you can have it. And then when you get to see Clara do one of her little appearances or something, which will happen further down the line, then you can all wear the T-shirt. And you can all turn up there, and you'll all go in with one line, come back out with the other. It's a marvelous, marvelous thing. Listen, it's been a pleasure to see. Those police are they're going around in a circle, trying to find that person. They can't find them. They've disappeared. But it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. It's been
Look
lovely
at that.
speaking to you as
Half an hour just whizzes
I
by.
know. Oh my gosh.
As simple
But yeah,
as
thank you so much for having me. Genuinely, I really appreciate it.
No, the pleasure is all ours. And thank you, usual crew, for listening along to this. Thank you so much for being part of the My Music community and listening to this on a regular basis. It's you and you only that have made this in the top 20% of video content that's consumed on Spotify. Would you believe it? There must be some absolute rubbish above it. But there we go. We will be back soon with more music from more artists. But until then, from Clara and myself, thanks for listening, and bye for now.
Thank you so much. All right.